What's up, guys? Had a class this past weekend at Frog Pond Performance. It was a Limitless leadership class with Josh Parnell and Bret Beitler. I got to tell you, that was one of the best classes I think I've ever been to. Learned a ton about myself. Learned a lot about, things that I'm not good at, right? Communications is something that I really struggle with outside of technical matters, I guess. Accountability, delegation, thought processes, how we process information, how to more effectively communicate what I want, things like that. Basically, it all boils down to just ways I can be a more effective leader with my team and serve my guys better and do better by them because they come in, they bust their asses all day, every day. The entire team does. I need to do better. At the end of the day, I need to do better for them. The Frog Pond family, amazing, amazing event across the board. The food was great. The facility was awesome. The hospitality, I mean, you can't put words to it. The biggest thing about events like this, you have a fantastic class with amazing people. I mean, there were a lot of people. I think we had 12 states represented, and big, big names in the industry. Keith and Liz Perkins were there. Buckaroo Bob was there. That's always cool to see him. Eric Merchant. Tons of people that I am going to start screwing up if I name them. But there were a lot of people there. Evil Shop Owner 1 was there. So we had an amazing, amazing event. Awesome representation from a bunch of different podcasts. We got to see Miss Tanika go out and drive a skid steer, which is pretty awesome. And that happened at the fellowship and the networking after the event. No matter how good a class is, no matter how good an event is, the networking and the fellowship is what makes those events so spectacular. They make them so good. You get to meet and mingle with people from all over the industry, all walks of life, all positions, technicians, owners, managers, foremen, parts people, counter people, everyone. You cannot put a price on that. Those friendships that you make, you cannot put a price on that. The value out of those is that there's no way to quantify it. Being able to reach out to someone, not even with a technical problem, but being able to reach out to someone with, hey dude, I'm struggling. You got a minute? Being able to reach out with something like that. Being able to talk to your colleagues and build those relationships. It's so important technically, but it is so much more valuable from being able to reach out to someone who understands what you're doing, what you're struggling with, what's going through your head. It was funny. There were a couple times I told Josh, please get out of my head. Because some of the stuff he was talking about, that's my day to day. And it's not the good side of it. It's the mental struggle that we go through every day. If I can't figure something out quickly, I may give myself a little bit of grace, but I'm beating myself down pretty hard, pretty quick. It feels like imposter syndrome to me. It feels like I'm skating by the bare minimum sometimes. I know a lot of people around me don't feel that way, but I feel that way. That's what matters. Awesome class. I could ramble on for hours about it, but it was a fantastic class. Josh and Bret did an absolutely amazing job. It was a very powerful class. I got a ton out of it. I want to take it 3 or 4 more times because I know what I got, I missed just as much, if not more. And there's nothing wrong with taking a class multiple times. If it's a good class, you're going to need to. No matter how many notes you take, no matter how many times you read the handout, it's not the same. The class grows, the class evolves, it adapts, and you've got to adapt with it. You've got to keep current. Josh, Bret, Janvier, thank you guys so much. That was fantastic. I loved every minute of it. That was awesome. Benji, Christy, all of you guys, thank you so much. Your hospitality was epic. There's no way to quantify that. It was fantastic. I really appreciate the opportunity. I appreciate getting to hang out with everybody. And yeah, we'll see you guys soon.